Hello everybody and welcome back to NCAA 2004 in the Alabama Crimson Tide Dynasty mode, and we've reached the second to last game of the season. Of course, we're going to play a bowl game regardless of the outcome of this game, but it is the SEC Championship against the 7-5 Vanderbilt Commodores, and we are ranked number 1 in the country, and the Big 12 Championship game has zero impact on the BCS rankings because I think Oklahoma State made it and Nebraska, who's not ranked, made it, but here are a look at the bowl rankings anyway. And currently we are knotted up with Fresno State. So Notre Dame's kind of sitting in the wakes, who lost to South Carolina earlier this season. You got Virginia Tech and Maryland, so maybe one of those teams hop skips us if we manage to lose, but we know Fresno State doesn't have a championship game, so they've already punched their ticket. So we just need to beat Vanderbilt, and we will meet them in the Rose Bowl with a chance to play for our fifth. We'll play in our fifth national title game. It'll be our fourth trophy if we manage to win it, though. So we're playing for our fourth. But looking ahead now to the SEC Championship, it is our first time back, after taking a year off, when we lost to Arkansas. And they managed to go and lose to South Carolina last season. And there still has not been a winner out of the Western Division in the SEC in 7 years. So we've went 6 straight years and won them all. And then last year when we didn't go, South Carolina, the East won. And so we are still, the SEC is still looking for a Western Division champion, not named the Alabama Crimson Tide, and it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. So, but today, we're heading into this game against Vandy. Vandy's a very interesting team. They had a great year in conference, not so much of a good year in conference. The 7-5 record includes a loss to Hawaii and Akron, but also a 3-game win streak to end the year against Tennessee, a ranked Florida team, and Kentucky, which got them here in the first place. So, very interesting year for the Commodores. Now we're going to see exactly what this team is capable of, as it's going to be a handoff to start the game off, and Scott Hickman, the senior running back, is going to fumble the football immediately. Hickman had a great season, over 1,100 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns, but he coughs the football up very early here in Atlanta, and that's going to give us an opportunity early on. And so LaShawn Robinson's going to drop back and try and throw for a deep shot towards the end zone. It's going to be intercepted as he tried to hit Darius Vann in the end zone, and instead Vanderbilt's strong safety manages to come down with it and get the ball right back for his offense. So now, 2nd and 10 for the Commodores, back at the 20-yard line, and their quarterback is going to lob one up here, and it's going to be caught, and now off to the races. It's Rashard Siegel, the second receiver on the depth chart. He's a senior, and he's going to take this one all the way to the house on a pass from Broderick Yates. So Yates, not really the most electrifying QB from a statistics perspective, only a little over 2,300 yards and just 18 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, but that's going to give him 19 on the year, and that is Siegel's 3rd touchdown of the year. So Vanderbilt's going to strike early here, despite the early turnover troubles for both teams. So, but LaShawn Robinson and the boys got to answer back quickly here as a deep bomb downfield is going to be caught. Looks like maybe from Barker. But that is going to flip the field, essentially, for the Crimson Tide, and now we're going to be set up in decent field position to answer back to the Commodores. So 1st and 10, Robinson going to throw for it once again. It's a very clean pocket. Release it to the end zone in the corner by the pylon. It's Ryan Reynolds who gets both feet in, and that is going to be touchdown number 6 for Ryan Reynolds. And we haven't seen a lot of production from him. He's been doing a lot in the games that we've been not watching, but he's been relatively effective here. It's a decent season for Reynolds. So 3rd and 8 for the Commodores, now heading the other way on offense, and Yates going to go for another deep shot downfield, and it's Joshua Bowen who's going to get his hands on it here. He overran or kind of mistimed that first pass to Siegel along the sideline. That was a touchdown, but this time he times it up well and gets his hands on it, and now Joshua Bowen, our top DB, manages to finally get himself an interception here in the SEC Championship. That one was a lot more impressive, if you ask me. The angle on that was almost like when an outfielder tries to make that catch over the shoulder. I mean, it was impressive. So, but heading the other way now, we're facing some struggles here. LaShawn Robinson hit as he throws, and I think it's Reynolds who's able to haul it in, and he does get tackled well behind the line to gain, but he did make the catch past it, so they're going to give it to us here. But fast forward to 2nd and 3, pressure's on to Robinson again, but he gets rid of it in time. And now Barker, what a perfect and generous tackle animation for Vanderbilt. Can you believe that? Look at that animation. Literally the perfect animation to stop his full momentum and drag him out of bounds a yard short of the pylon. What a sick joke. But on 1st and goal, we're going to give it to Jameel Nichols to punch it in, and he does. But hold on, there's a yellow hanky on the field, and the reason being, there's a hold, man. There is a hold. So, unfortunately, one of our linemen got a little bit too much of the jersey on a goal-to-go play, man. I don't even know how they saw that or called that, but either way. So, that's going to back us up 10 yards, wipe the touchdown off the board, but on first and goal, we'll hand it to Nichols again. And don't tell me. Oh, no, he didn't get in. It was close, though, but he's going to get us right back up to about the 1 or 2 yard line, so maybe he'll be able to finish off what he started. He's going to continue working on a fantastic season that he's had. Jameel Nichols, in the last few games of the season, got himself up to over 1,400 yards and 16 touchdowns. He's on a great run. It's probably the best running back season we've had here in Tuscaloosa since we've taken over. I don't think we've had a running back get anywhere close to those kind of numbers. I mean, we've had great running backs with over 1,000 yards and over 10 touchdowns like Dimitri Lehman, but I mean, this is just a different level, man. This is Heisman pace we're talking here. So now 1st and 10 again, past midfield here for the Crimson Tide, and Nichols once again making things happen as he bounces outside and gets the first down and a heck of a lot more, getting brought down at about the Vandy 31-yard line. So, more great production from number 20 we love to see. It's still late in the first quarter, though. A lot of this video has just been the first quarter. LaShawn Robinson going to try and throw for it now here. He flips one across the middle. That pass is completed, and a burst of speed up the middle from Ryan Reynolds. And again, I think if that player wasn't in the way, the forward momentum would have had Reynolds roll into the end zone and maybe get the touchdown, but it's okay. He already has one in this game. We'll be all right. So, last play of the first quarter, it's going to be a pitch out to Nichols, and there was a block out there. I think Robbie Tanner tried to hold that block down, and he did his job. But Jameel Nichols kind of ran right into it, but he did manage to bounce outside and still get into the end zone. Yeah, see that Robbie Tanner did a good job of consuming that defender's time, and Jameel Nichols was able to get outside and in the end zone. So 21-7 here, despite a lot of the chaos and drama of the first quarter, we still managed to add a couple points onto the lead here, a couple possessions onto the lead over the Commodores. And now once again on offense, and this time it's Broderick Black, who's also had a pretty great season. He's had 6 touchdowns, which I believe is a career high in the Crimson uniform. But he's tackled short. So on first and goal, LaShawn Robinson going to go for the option, but he's going to keep it himself. He's going to dive into the end zone. And I could not give you LaShawn Robinson's rushing stats or rushing TDs. I don't think he's got a lot of them, but here's at least one, and it comes at a big time. And who got absolutely flattened? Who was that? Did we see who got flattened? But LaShawn Robinson gets into the end zone for another touchdown, and now things have really gotten out of hand for the Commodores. But it's a third down, and it's an option pitch now to Hickman, the running back, and he's going to fumble again, man. Can you believe it? He fumbles again. So that's the second fumble in the game for Scott Hickman, the senior running back for Vandy, who, again, has had a good season, man. I don't know about his fumble numbers, but he's had a great season production-wise, but he is really kind of helping dig this hole even deeper for Vanderbilt right now. And LaShawn Robinson's also doing his part as he gets his second interception of the game here. That brings him up to just 13 on the year, to his now, 38, 39 touchdowns that he has on the season. So, again, we will live with it, but you'd like a little bit more, but it's okay because Yates is going to pay us right on back as he finds Fabian Schmidt for another Vanderbilt turnover, man. And there you see the turnover numbers. There's been 6 total in this game, and I mean, we're not even counting fumbles that have not been, that have happened but haven't been lost. You know what I mean? So it's just been a turnover-riddled game here. And now LaShawn Robinson able to find Darius Vann kind of wide open, really, in the middle of the field, and he's going to make that completion. And we're going to call a timeout here. And with 6 seconds, we're not going to go for a field goal. We're just going to try and get it into the end zone. Aggressive play from Sick Nabin, and that pass is completed to Lenny Horner, but he's going to be brought down well shy of the goal line. So kind of a weird and rare time mismanagement from Sick Nabin. We don't normally see that kind of stuff from him, but yeah, we're gonna end up empty-handed at the end of that drive right here. But it's 28-7, so I guess it's not like a big deal. Maybe that's why Sick Nabin felt a little bit bolsterous to try and do something like that. And when you come out and answer with a play like that to start off the second half, you can't really be all that concerned. Stephen Barker continues his great season. He's another receiver in the annals of history now with Sick Nabin, with over 1,100 receiving yards and plenty of touchdowns, over 10 touchdowns. So he's having himself a great year, and that just continues. And LaShawn Robinson continues his good, well, I want to say good game, but he does have the 2 interceptions. But either way, he's still producing, okay? And Darius Vann gets another completion in this game here. And now it's 3rd and inches we're going to fast forward to. Of course, got to give it to Jameel Nichols in the short yardage situation. Blows up a man in the backfield and manages to at least extend the play to the first down. But he is brought down shy of the goal line. So we get the first down, but not the touchdown. But with Nichols on the field here, you can almost guarantee that we're probably at least going to get the touchdown, right? But no, it's going to be Robbie Tanner, actually. It's going to be a fullback dive to Robbie Tanner, and he's going to get his 3rd touchdown on the season, man. So we haven't seen hardly anything from Robbie Tanner really all year long. We haven't really been paying super close attention to anything that he's been doing. But hey, he gets himself a touchdown in this game. We could be stat padding. Who knows? Maybe there's some sort of incentive that he has, between the players or something. Who knows? Some camaraderie. But Yates I don't know. Maybe he's got money on this game. I don't know. But he finds Neil Goodwin, the third different Crimson Tide player to have an interception in this game, and things just kind of keep falling apart for Broderick Yates and the Commodores. So the Crimson Tide moving the other way now, and oh my goodness, don't tell me, oh my goodness, Ryan Reynolds. Sir, have yourself a game here, man. As that pass is completed, just a quick, just route across the middle of the field here, and just dead to rights kind of play. Look at that, 2 guys in the area, 3 guys in the area, and just a burst of speed from Ryan Reynolds is going to get him touchdown number 6 on the year, or number 7 on the year. So 42-7 is now your score, and now Vanderbilt's got a 3rd and 10 in our end now. They finally made it at least across the 50, but that play is going to completely die out here as Yates tries to get it to Travaris Jeffrey, the top receiver on Vanderbilt, who just can't really make much of anything out of that play. So bring out the special teams unit here to at least add some points here late in the 3rd quarter. The kick is up, and it's not good. And it's not good. So things just go from bad to worse for Vanderbilt as they are really just unable to do much of anything at all in this game here. Now remember, the last time we played Vanderbilt, which was the first time in this series, was in the 2009 SC Championship, not last year but the one before. And we won 38-28. It was actually kind of a competitive game between us. But this one is not so much of that. Maybe we are really just that as good of a team as we thought. So now in the 4th quarter, I'm going to show you guys what little action there is. Dave Dennis is going to get on the field here with an opportunity to add 3 points early on in the quarter. The kick is up. It's kind of a long one, but the kick is up, and it is good. So that will make it 45-7. And we will actually go ahead and add another field goal before this game would be over here, exchanging drives back and forth to make it 48-7. Vanderbilt's going to take their 6th loss on the year, and we are going to win our 7th SEC championship. Yeah, our 7th. So we've played in 7. We won 6 in a row. We lost the first one to Georgia, if you remember, all the way back in year number 1. But I think we've won 6 straight in a row, and then had to take a year off, and now we're back to winning our conference as we should. Shouldn't be any different, okay? We shouldn't want it any different. So, taking a look at the stats here, man, it was just an absolute, pummeling, an old-fashioned pummeling here. So, around the horn in championship week, in case you were looking at the bottom line or anything, UCF managed to beat Northern Illinois in overtime in the MAC, which is just kind of crazy, because UCF is 11-2, and Northern Illinois was like 500. And then Oklahoma State, who we beat this year, managed to lose to Nebraska in the Big 12, and Nebraska was unranked. So who knows how much that torpedoes the Cowboys season. That'll probably, take them out of the top 25. But, we're just focused on us now. We're just happy that the Big 12 didn't have any bearing on anything that we did. So I think Texas ended up having a really rough year after losing to us the first game of the season. So sorry. Not really sorry about it. Don't really care about the Longhorns, okay? Because we're going to continue to beat them as much as we have to. But it's a great game all around the horn for your Crimson Tide. Now we're going to get back to the hub, and oh my goodness, can you guys believe it? We have a Heisman winner! Jameel Nichols wins the Heisman. Now I made the comment earlier in the game, man. He was on Heisman pace. I didn't think. Of course I thought. I knew. I already edited the video, but he wins a Heisman Trophy. I think this is my first Heisman, just period. Like, off camera, like, on series on the channel. That's the first Heisman I think I've ever had, bro. So we have a Heisman winner. I cannot believe it. Jameel Nichols wins the Heisman. Well deserved, by the way. And he wins far and away here. After 1,500 yards on 233 carries, over 448 receiving yards, and 23 total touchdowns, man. So we had a ton of receiving touchdowns, too, because I think he only had, 17 or 18 rushing touchdowns. So he was a pretty effective receiver as well. But we're going to get that invitation to go to the Rose Bowl here and play Fresno State, who finally makes it back to the national championship game once again. They've played in a couple, I think. And they have won one, I think, in the series as well. I think they beat Texas. It's going to be a top clash here between national championship programs, I guess you could say. So I hope to see you guys in Pasadena when we take on the Bulldogs for another natty.